fun, yeah, we drink and I toke. We smokes and I drink. We don't care. We fight for our right to get home alive, and we don't care. Bullshit aside, it's time to go live. Yeah, we don't care. People woke hard. Should we go too far? Yeah, we don't care.
Hello, folks. This is the Mark and Ryan podcast. Today is Friday, March 8th, 2024, and All Blues is your news. Welcome to episode number 1, folks, and hopefully this is a lifelong podcast. Today, I have my co-host, Brother Ryan.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, folks, we're going to get into a few discussions today. We have a few topics that we want to talk about, and this is an introduction here. We're broadcasting live from beautiful British Columbia, Maple Ridge, in a bunker studio in an undisclosed location. How you doing, Ryan?
Pretty good. How you doing? You're all fired up.
If I wasn't feeling any better, I'd be suspicious about something.
Oh.
Like pink champagne on a 7-Up budget. So,
You sound pretty good talking through a paper bag.
yeah, I look ugly too, don't worry. I'm
special. I'm so special.
Everybody's special now.
I'm a retard. I can say that. I don't care.
You don't care. We don't care.
We don't care. So today we're going to talk about unionism. So me and you have a background in that, and we're not going to disclose that, but we know what it's all about. So what do you think the state of unionism is in Canada, the West Coast, and in the world right now?
I think it's really up to leadership. If the leadership is good and they're willing to fight for what they want, then it's strong. But if the leadership isn't that great, then, they'll just roll over.
Okay,
That's what I think.
Well, yeah, I think that's a generic answer, but I'll go a little deeper on that note. I mean, because maybe I see it through my own eyes. They've been crushing the union movement for over 20 years and more than that. But
since the beginning.
Well, yeah, but this is really accelerated in the last 20 years, and people right now, you could just tell that they've lost their power. So.
Well, it's all done through litigation now.
Okay, but I'm just saying right now on a different level. I mean, and I'm not just talking about one specific union, but all unions.
Right.
It seems like the leadership have caved and given in to the establishment and to the people the shot callers, I call them.
They can't fight the corporate lawyers.
Well, it's the corporate lawyers, but basically, yeah, I mean, shipping lines have a lot of power.
They have a lot of money.
Government, they have a lot of money. And guess what? They'll bury you in litigation. And yeah, so
how do you fight that?
Well, okay, so I'll give you a prime example. How do you fight it? I don't think you can fight it. But let's go back and turn the clock back to 2020. Sorry,
before that.
No, sorry, 9/11. Let's go back to 2000, 2001.
Right.
So here on the West Coast, and when Gordon Campbell came into power, he ripped up the agreements that
Yes, he did.
He ripped them up, and he said, well, I really don't care. So there was a perfect time to have a general strike. And somebody shit the bed and didn't do nothing. And I was sitting there going...
No, it went down to the last minute.
Oh, something happened there. I mean...
I was there.
So explain...
They made a deal.
Can you expand on that? I mean, you were there the last...
So that was the first time I was exposed to labor.
Okay.
I marched with our affiliation.
Okay.
And I wasn't affiliated, but my dad, whatever, growing up
Yep.
in a union house. And it was awesome. All the unions were together. We had a big rally. And the talk was tough. But at the last minute, at the table with a handful of people, something was done and the general strike was avoided.
Yeah, it's funny because
Because we had them.
Well, right there, I mean, you know what? This is the first time, honestly, unless I'm just, dumb as a rock. I kind of look like a dumb rock, but...
that was a turning point.
Like Rocky said, hey, Adrian, I did good against Spider Rico, Mick.
The guy that
She's
did
buying
it,
me a Happy Meal. I'm sorry.
in my opinion, got a perk. He got elected.
Well, yeah, somebody got something. So, I mean, not without mentioning names, but somebody that was leading the BC Fed back then, you know what? He had all the power. So, guess what happened? He shit the bed.
Yep.
And
let everybody down.
And he rode off into the sunset, right?
And in the end, the ripping up of those contracts was deemed illegal. But it didn't help all the single moms and all the people that lost their jobs in the hospitals, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, okay, power to the people. I mean, that used to be a big statement back in the 60s and the 70s. And now people don't have power because you can't fight the government. Trust me, I've tried, and I've lost every time I try to fight them.
Yeah.
BCLC will be another discussion another day. That's going to be an interesting topic. But anyways, I don't want to go into that one right now because, I'm going to rant.
The Big Cock Loser Club?
I'm going to rant and rave. They deleted my file. The bastards. Oh, yeah, we'll talk. That was in 2018 when there was Bingo Gate. Ooh. Oh. Okay, anyways, let's move on now. Let's
from a guy named Rich. It's pretty rich.
Well, yeah, there was some stuff
some duffel baggage.
Something was going on there, right? So I mean,
it wasn't happening with me.
Well, I mean, I remember
my $5 bets.
I mean, I think the unions right now, just getting back to talking about unions, is a lot of people in the private sector that employees that work in private sector, especially in Alberta, they make decent wages, but they're associations, and they don't want nothing to do with unions because you talk to a lot of normal people or people in the blue collar people, they just don't want the headaches of a union. But at the same time, because we are union, that's why we have the power and the juice, even though it's this it's descended to a weak level, but we still have that power. But the power is weak, and if people. This is what I say to people out there. If you want to turn things around, it starts with your leadership, and you got to press them. And if they don't want to change, you got to force them to change. So, on that note, Ryan, if you want to have a closing note on this, and we're gonna go to a commercial break and have a quick word from our sponsor.
Well, you can't give up. You just got to stick together and fight the good fight.
Okay. Well, folks, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be going to a quick commercial break here, and we're going to give you a little more tunage here, so because we really don't care here at this podcast. Broadcasting live from Maple Ridge, British Columbia. We'll be right back shortly, folks.
We don't really care.
Try Dick's Nuts. They're absolutely fabulous. The fresh aroma of pecans, the sweet smell of peanuts. They're fabulous and delicious, folks. You got to support your local retailers out in your hood. They're mom and pop shops. They're out in beautiful Maple Ridge, BC. You can find them on Meta, formerly known as Facebook. Try Dick's Nuts. Good to the last lick.
Okay, folks, we're coming back from our commercial break here, and it was a long one. We had some technical difficulties. The phone was fluttering like a bad butterfly, and so in segment number 2 here, folks, we're going to talk about podcasting. We're new to this. We've watched lots of podcasts, and I think it's a great format, but I don't know the history and the origins of it. But I mean, obviously, my intention here is to almost make this like a live FM radio station and radio show. I mean, I think that's where it all originated from. What do you think, Ryan?
It definitely comes from radio for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, where do you see podcasting going in the future?
I definitely see a market for it. It's definitely entertaining. I enjoy quite a few different podcasts. And they're just expanding, and I like to see they're adding more video with it. It's been good.
Yeah, I think it's
variety.
I see. I mean, I kind of had a thought the other day when I was thinking about it, and I think everything's going to be podcasting. I mean, it's like it's in some type of form or shape or form, because remember MTV and video killed the radio star, and how we used to have music and people, we hadn't have cell phones, we'd listen to vinyl records,
tapes,
and then all of a sudden MTV came out and videos came out, and all of a sudden the CDs came out, and all of a sudden,
if you didn't have a good video, you weren't selling records.
Pretty much. I mean, look where it's come now, like full circle. Like
you can't sell records.
No. I mean, who's going to buy them?
Nobody buys.
Everybody's,
you're streaming.
They're burning them.
Yeah, right.
That's about it. Not me. I've never done that. Sorry, folks, but
burnt a record.
Honey, I might.
There's only two kinds of music, okay? Yeah. Leonard and Skinnerd.
Tuesday's Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, all of them.
What's your favorite Skinnerd song?
Give Me Back My Bullets.
Tuesday's Gone with the Wind is one of my favorites.
Give Me 3 Steps is my favorite.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
I like that.
Imagine being in that guy's shoe. Give me 3 steps. Somebody's chasing him with that.
I've been close.
Mr. Saturday Night Special.
That's a good one too.
Yeah. Let's play devil's advocate. I mean, I don't know. How do you play that game?
Devil's advocate. Well, depends how corruptible you are.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's the thing is corrupt. You know, it's funny. You never think in your wildest dreams, like, you know, you have all these when you're younger, you grow up and you kind of have, you have pride, and you kind of as you get older, things change a little bit, right? And you think, oh, I'd never do that or do these things in life, but it does happen. It changes you, and especially money. Money will change you.
Right now, online, there's this thing about this comic who's rose to some fairly decent internet fame. I won't say his name.
Okay.
He, so there's a story going around where this guy said the two comics, were in this room with 2 executives.
Okay.
And they said, the executives said, he didn't name drop them, but he name dropped the other guy. I'll make you internet famous if you suck us both off right now. So the guy that name dropped said, he didn't say anything. He just turned around and left. And before he even got to the door, the other guy had both, and he was just giving her.
Really?
He was in it. And now he's famous.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I want to paint a mental picture of that scene, but
stuff. Like
he's a bum, Rock. He's a bum. He's a bum, Rock.
I did good, Mick. I fought Spider Rico, and Adrian's taking me for a Happy Meal. Hey,
what would you do for a Happy Meal?
Not suck dick. Come on.
Man.
Hold on. What would you do?
Not even for the podcast?
What would you do? No, what would you do for a pirate pack?
A pirate? Now you're talking.
Come on, Mick. I
pirate pack.
I did good against Spider Rico. I did.
Don't even have to give us money for that.
I'm sorry. I'm out of material, folks. I don't know what to
legendary.
Say. Well, you know what? I'm having a refreshing Mark VAR beer. They go, they're excellent.
They're excellent.
Try Uncle Marco's homemade pizza. Coming to a local retailer store near you, they're fabulous.
I'm going to make you one day, Ryan.
So, yeah, mushrooms.
Yo, there'll be mushrooms on it.
I hope so. I'll provide the mushrooms.
Okay, moving on. I'm starting to feel pretty good, actually. But my hangover's going away.
That's good.
Yeah, finally. But moving on from podcasting. This is going to be an interesting journey. What we're doing right now, and I'm glad we're here sharing this right now with the rest of the world. They can hear us, our debut.
Yeah.
We fight for our right to get home alive, and we don't care. Bullshit aside, it's time to go live. Yeah, we don't care. People work hard. Should we go too far? Yeah, we don't care.
Beep. You got belated news.
Belated news. So let's talk about belated news. Let's go back to March, early March, and I don't have the correct date, but these are 2 interesting stories. So, in northern British Columbia, an RCMP officer pulled over a Chevy Cavalier. The officer walks up to the Chevy Cavalier, and the driver rolls down his window. He goes, "Officer," he goes, "why have you pulled me over?" He goes, "Well, I just want to let you know about that beer can you got on the top of your on the top of your car there." And yeah, so forth. He gets arrested for drinking that. What a meathead. He's a meat.
He's a meat.
He's a meat.
He's definitely not thinking.
Well, should at least left a 60-pounder if you're going to go pay some cash. Some wisers will make you wiser.
Yeah, not Bud.
No, and then with segueing in from that, alcohol, about Rosichka, at the same time there, and a couple days later, the meathead posts on social media, and he's snorting some cocaine, and he just
The hockey player.
Yeah, and he just lost $1.5 million. I really hope that cocaine was really good.
Well, maybe he just wanted to go back to Russia or wherever he
Was that
from.
where he's from?
I don't know.
Maybe he's got rosy cheeks, the Rosichka.
He does now.
Well, you know what? I'm trying to think there of these stories here we talked about and said you're talking about, Russian nukes in space and you're talking about all these other things. We're kind of going from one segment to another here, folks, but I don't know.
Belated news.
Sorry. This wasn't that belated news?
Yeah. Is it Russian nukes in space? I don't know.
How far do you want to go back? So belated news, folks, is a segment where, it's like, happy belated birthday. Well, how about some belated news? We go back
Well, we might be a bit behind, so if we talk about the eclipse, that might be belated by
that's
then.
Interesting. So I think we touched on the eclipse, but
Let's make some predictions.
You go right ahead. What do you want to predict?
I predict that every secret organization in the world will be out doing mumbo jumbos, and life will carry on after the 4 minutes of darkness.
The 4 minutes of darkness, not 3 days, eh?
No.
4 minutes. That's it?
Yeah.
Is that what everybody's been waiting for thousands of years? Is the 4 minutes of darkness?
Well, you'd have to follow it, right? Along its path for it to be dark.
Saigon, the horrors.
So maybe they'll
The horrors.
maybe they'll have a plane and they'll just stay in the darkness.
Well, they could.
Do their ritual on a private jet.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've already had predictions, but I can tell you already that we had one major earthquake.
We have.
And that was interesting that I'll just touch on that. China, it's funny, before it happened, there was major military planes and movement.
Is that a fact or a
yeah,
rumor?
it was not a rumor. It was released just before the earthquake happened. So isn't that interesting? Does China have their own version of HARP? Hop, you very hop, you.
You HARP you.
Hop, you.
DARPA.
Hop, you.
DARPA's running HARP.
They got their own version. Okay, so there's another part about this that you don't know about, or maybe you heard about the solar eclipse. The hydrogen collider, they're going to fire it up.
Yeah.
That ain't good.
Oh, and they're sending rockets in space, too.
Well, how about this hydrogen collider? Can we send the rock in there and, he'll come back and the little rock, the little guy. You got to work the dough. You got to work the dough, Mickey. You want to make a good pizza, you got to work the dough. Well, you got to tell me how that Uncle Marco's homemade pizza turned out. I gave you 4 slices.
Next episode, I'll give you the rating.
Let's try it. It's fabulous. Uncle Marco's Pizza. Coming to your local retailers.
It looked pretty good when you were making the sauce, I got to admit. I was a little jealous.
Well, I'll be scarfing on that when I get home. It's ready to go. I made it, and I just, it's kind of like a toy in the box. You know what? It's like you never want to take it out. It's like I bought a brand new jacket. It's been sitting there for 7 months. It's in the box and all, wrapped fancy. I can't take it out.
That's
It's a fetish. It's like,
yeah.
And I just literally,
maybe
living,
you can keep rocking the box.
I had a couple desks and cabinets like shrink wrap from 2 years ago when I moved in, and my the guy that lives there said maybe he inspired me to take them off. I go, I guess I'm staying now. I can't move. Hey, it's like. So belated news. So you know what? If you want to, on that fact, folks, we'll come up with some more belated news.
They're gonna sacrifice a red heifer too in that temple.
They are gonna. I didn't hear about the sacrificing. They are gonna sacrifice one. Well, that's not good.
No,
it's not good.
No, I don't know what they're trying to bring into Earth, but it can't be good. Like,
no, it's got to be some. It ain't no.
Haven't you seen Howard the Duck where he fucking shoots the laser into space and that demon thing comes down into the? It's not good.
Is he kind of like Mr. Magoo, Howard the Duck?
No, he got abducted from his lazy boy.
You know what?
By the same laser.
Well, talking about Tattoo, you really disappointed me in that last segment we had there. You said he died on that with Kobe. I didn't know that Tattoo died with Kobe. I was really sad.
I'm bullshitting.
Oh, you.
Fuck's sakes.
Hello.
That's
so you're a massage therapist there?
It's my counselor.
Oh, shit. Tell him, hey, listen, we'll bring him on the podcast and we'll have a chat with him. Uncle Mark will fix up your counselor for a toot sweet. Toot sweet.
She's nice.
That's nice. I'm single.
I think she's married.
Shit. Anyways, moving on from that, folks. Now that we've got, we're rolling with this right now. We're having our conversation and we're having shits and giggles. But every day can't be a good day. I mean, it was a little rough this morning, and I hurt my knee. Ryan kicked me in the knee when I was trying to record some podcast there. He came and karate kicked me. Hey, like,
Yeah.
Fucker. So you just want me touching the Little Rock. Yeah,
I had him in the
There's a disagreement about the Little Rock. We got
lower
the box.
floor.
Folks, if you don't know what you're talking about, the Little Rock, you just got to go to our Facebook page and you can see the Little Rock on there. He's a cute little feller.
He's a wacky wobbler.
That's right. Oh yeah,
I kind of do want to see his head move.
Well, we need
You know he ducks and weaves.
Well, he's got it. Was there a button on the back of him? Does he talk?
No, he's just he was
Mick, why do you want to go out with my sister? He goes, well, we got gaps. He goes, Paulie goes, what do you mean gaps? Well, I got gaps. She's got gaps. We've got gaps.
He's special. He's special. He's special.
Oh yeah. Let's play with the buttons. Yeah, let's play with some buttons. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's a Funko Pop before Funko Pops.
I can never you don't want to let anybody touch that out of your dead cold hands.
That's okay.
Callahan.
Maybe you'll get it for Christmas one year. Oh no. I'll find you your own.
You can never, if you can find me one, just never part with the Rock, eh?
Oh no, he's mine.
No, we got to get Paulie and Adrian. We got to get Mick. You know, I want one of Mick if I could find one.
We could make one.
We could, but we need to, him talk. Come on, Rock. He's a bum, Rock.
He's a bum.
I fought Spider Rico. Mick, I did good. He's a bum, Rock. He's a bum.
That was that Burgess guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, is that his name? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know what his name is. That Maude from the TV show Maude? I mean,
Wasn't he the same guy that was the grandpa and grumpy year old man?
what was that show with Maude and them when they're all like old?
He might have been on that too.
They're all like old fucking hookers or something. Oh, sorry, that was I don't know. What's that? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, wrong TV show.
Is that
That's,
belated?
Yeah. That's not really. Oh, that's really belated news is what that is. But you want to? So why don't you carry on with the next little part of this?
We were talking about the hydrogen collider.
Oh, the
It's
hydrogen-
not a hydrogen collider.
Well,
Oh,
sure it is. I mean,
God.
well, they got what is it in Switzerland? That's the biggest one in the world, right?
Yeah, it's a Hydron Collider. I
Okay,
think
yeah,
that's what they
hydron.
call
Well,
it.
sorry. I mean, what's the difference? It's hydrogen. It's hydron. What's the difference?
Hey, we just load ships.
Will it jumpstart my car? Oh, when I'm stuck? What's it going to do for me?
I don't know.
What's it going to do
Is
for
it
me?
opening portals?
Will it give me a French tickler?
No, I don't need to see
There's a
that.
lot of teabagging going on over there on the shore. Hey,
Is there? Oh, yeah, there is. Why did I even have to answer my own question?
There's some goat gobbling going on over there, I tell you.
Yeah,
It's a goat gobbling.
company cucks.
Bah, bah, bah. Well, anyways, we're going to move on that because the hatred's starting to come out of us. And
Hey, this is a show for men, not foremen.
listen, this is for adult listeners only. We don't advocate drinking or drugs. We talk about personal experiences. So we want everybody to know that. And Uncle Marco does love women. I'm not a hater. Just because I want to go get a rub and tug or do some cocaine, just don't shoot the messenger, okay? So now that we've done our disclaimer, if you don't like our program, change the channel or go play on traffic, you rotten humans. There, I said what I got to say. Yeah! Oh, yeah!
sounds of the 70s. Yeah. Get the arms around. Dick's nuts. Ooh, the taste.
Have you actually had Dick's Nuts yet?
Never tried them yet.
They're amazing.
I bet they are. I'm sorry. What a name, eh? Dick's Nuts, you know?
He's Dick Hunter.
Well, you know, I mean,
He's not just Dick's
Okay.
Nuts. His name is Dick.
Well, he is
Hunter.
He is one of our sponsors, and you know we are working on another special sponsor. We hope he joins. We hope he joins the team. All we're asking for is a T-shirt and a couple of fishes. You know, it's a fish market. I won't get into the name or nothing, but you know, every time you go there, hey,
Giuseppe, you gotta go see the meat locker. Huh? Come on.
oh, is it good enough?
But
Is it not good enough?
I don't know. It's pretty good, I guess.
No, you stay in a mellow state of mind. I just can't do that. Like my brain is just like it's not this. It's just not wired right.
Yeah, I don't know if I need to go and say, hey, see the meat hooks.
Well, what's wrong with the meat hooks?
I don't know. I
You
don't,
remember
don't
that?
need to
What was
see
it?
it.
Goodfellas? Remember the people are hanging up in the meat locker.
Yeah.
Hey, Joey, you hanging up in the meat locker, Joey?
What are we going to do? The refrigerator's broken.
Well, guess what?
We're gonna drink warm beer.
I used to work for the government at a liquor store. I'm quite capable of drinking room temperature beer.
So what goes on behind the scenes at these BCLC liquor stores, or what do you recall there?
Just making cash.
What are they doing in the back? So every time I walk into a beer and wine store, I look, I go, I wonder what they're doing in the back. Are they doing like the Funky Spider and playing New Twister? What are they doing back there?
They bring in skids of beer and alcohol, and you break it down and move it around.
Well, it's got to be one case for you, one case for me. It's like, doesn't it go in the trunk?
It's not like that.
Ah, shit. That was Labatt's brewery old days where they give employees a case of beer every week.
Yeah, they'd come in with their checks and their Labatt checks, and they'd buy their
that's awesome.
bottles. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then where they would save them, and in the summer they'd come in and grab like.
Well, I thought you just,
3,
when
4
you left on
cases.
Friday, the plant there, you just grab a case and walk out the door. That's what I thought I'd do. I mean, like,
No, they gave them checks, so they didn't have to do
it's
that.
not like back in the old days, eh?
I'm sure they got.
Where we work. Back in the old days, that was
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
Holy, yeah, just
When I was a kid, you used to be able to drive right up to the ship, and I'd play on the ship till I got kicked off.
oh. Well, they're sending you a message. Get out,
outta here.
kid. Get out. Come on, Nick. You're a bum. Get out.
Can't do that anymore.
You're a bum. Oh, you can't do anything anymore. It's prison camp, and like I said, we touched base about 2000, 2001. That wasn't just union movements. That was everything changed. The New World Order.
Oh, that's why Ozzy doesn't.
1,000 points of light. Ooh, scary.
That's why Ozzy doesn't want unions in his reality TV show, because then he wouldn't be able to do coke with them.
Well, he's on Adderall. He's not even doing blow.
He would. Though.
He's on the good. I guarantee that's the only thing that's keeping him normal is Adderall. You think he
knows?
smokes? You think he smokes the chooch, the weed?
Oh yeah, he smokes weed.
Oh,
Why not?
well, yeah, I'm sure he does.
Read in his autobiography, somebody came to the house when they were recording in LA with Sabbath, and he had a huge bowl of it, and he got paranoid and went in the bathroom and tried to dump it in the toilet, and it wasn't even anybody.
Sounds like my adventure on Zyban when I tried to quit smoking. I had to puke and throw it in the. No, this ain't for me. My psyche can't handle that.
Yeah,
No, you know what? Yeah, you were saying
just
that.
give the mushrooms to me.
Mushrooms. What? Those mushrooms, the cabenzas from the island, are the best. Like I said,
They are.
I told you that story. I remember a long time ago, I took some, and it was a rainy night, and I'm looking up and I'm peeking, and look at the rain. It's like they're like 5 feet tall, and they're like they weren't hitting me, but they're like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
What a trip that was.
I saw a lot of waves.
Waves? What kind of waves?
Everything was in waves.
Oh, that's interesting. Those are some special mushrooms that Uncle
The ones
Marco
from the
can't
island,
handle.
yeah, those are good.
Yeah, well, moving on from, like I said, kids, we don't condone anything there, but if you want to partake, make sure you partake safely and have somebody around, because
Yes.
we don't want to see anything happen to our loyal listeners out there, okay?
Yeah.
gotta
Make
get
sure
your-
you get it from a trusted source.
That's
too.
right. If you're going to do anything, people, just make sure you're safe, because that time you're out partying and you take something from somebody else, and all of a sudden that's the last time you took it from anybody.
Yep.
So it's like, let's get into, what's that name of that movie again? Oh, yeah, The Unforgiven or Forgiven there. Clint Eastwood. Which one was it again? Little Bill, I'm going to take everything you have and everything you were.
Hands put on the table, worn from riding through strange land. When the glass falls off the table.
But we're going to talk about the state of the world. It's a little fucked up right now. What do you think, Ryan?
I think there's been way too much war in my lifetime.
Yeah, and I think these Wormburger deliverers want us all dead. That's what I think.
They do.
Yeah, they want us to eat Wormburgers. And never mind, that's not good enough for them.
No more meat for us.
No, they're going to sit and eat their juicy steaks, and then Klaus Schwab is going to go try our delicious Wormburgers.
Yeah. With a side of cricket.
Yeah, so I mean, we've been very lucky here, blessed in Canada, that we haven't had any wars on our shore. We've never been invaded,
Not yet.
right? No, yeah, well, they talk about those sleeper cells, right? Who knows who's in this country, and it's not about conspiracies or paranoid, but one day something will probably happen here, and we'll all be shocked like 9/11 and go, "What the fuck just happened?" Right? And it just comes out of nowhere.
Just look at the border, the U.S. southern border.
Well, that's the thing, right? I mean, you talk about the border, what's going on down there in Texas.
That's going to come up here.
Yeah, and it's going to affect us. And I mean, everybody's trying to paint a rosy picture here in Canada about, well, the housing market's, we're having a soft landing. No, you know what, people, it just comes out of nowhere. Like it always has in cycles, and all of a sudden there's no fucking work. No. And everybody's, they're handing the keys over to their houses. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's already pre-planned. Somebody's planning this shit, right? So the state of the world, and you look at what's going on in Europe right now, in the Ukraine. I mean, that's escalating, and I mean, they don't get it. Like, I mean, they're drawing a red line on the sand, the Ruskies, and they're going, don't fucking cross it.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing. So, I mean,
they're poking the bear.
They're poking the bear, and the bear's awake, and this could get ugly. I mean, the Cuban Missile Crisis back in '63, right? There was, that was the closest. I think we're way beyond that. I mean, that was a little different scenario. This is something that everybody thinks it's normal. Like, turn the channel, turn the news off, because it's not affecting us here, right?
Yeah, ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, I mean, over here, everybody's, let's go to Walmart.
Why are we sending them money?
I don't. What did they send? What did they send Uncle Marcos some money? And
yeah, we could use some money.
What did they send Brother Ryan? Why did they send Brother Ryan some money? Oh yeah, give him some love, folks. Give him some love.
That's what I'm talking about.
Have you ever tried giving yourself a Dutch oven? It's fabulous.
I don't.
Oh, the aroma.
I don't
Smell
cook
the aroma.
like that, bro.
Oh, come on. They're it's excellent. You got to try it, I tell you.
I'm married.
You're married? Well, how about a double Dutch oven? I don't think your wife would like that very much. But
maybe if she was getting
Try delicious Dick's nuts. They're good to the last lick.
They are.
I tell you. People, you got to try those. Sponsor your local businesses, your mom and pop shops.
Yeah.
This is where a shout out to Dick's Nuts.
On Facebook.
Formerly known as Facebook. Folks, if you can order, you go check it online. Very delicious product. Shout out to them.
They're sweet and savory.
About the fresh aroma of those pecans.
Hey, at any given time at a farmer's market near you, you can see Dick. He could sell you some nuts.
Oh, yeah, my one lung feels really good, folks. I see that dobro on the wall. I think we got to play some slide guitar. What do you think?
I got a 12-string behind this couch, too.
The dobro rocks. The 12-string. Well, what are we going to get into Simon and Garfunkel?
Oh, I can't. What am I going to do while you play? Am I going to clap? You can play guitar, Marco. I'll just clap.
Hold it, no.
I could play bass, I guess.
Yeah, no, but that's fun. Oh, come on.
I have a box drum, too.
It's not bad, actually. I see you got some keyboards there, too. I mean, very entertaining. I mean, it's... But getting back to... We're getting off track here. Let's get back to the
Wormburgers.
Let's get back to Wormburgers.
And electric cars with no electric grid.
Oh, let's talk about electric cars with no electric grid. Isn't that interesting right now? I mean, batteries. I mean,
dude, if Walmart wanted to electrify all of their semi-trucks and delivery trucks, they would deplete everybody's cities. Like, they just don't have the power to do that.
No, they don't. I mean, it was a bandage, and I mean, it's just like, how about
little kids mining cobalt.
Well, look at Bitcoin. I mean, you think that just came out of where they allowed Bitcoin to exist? I mean, they're
how about these Bitcoin miners?
They're gonna who's the Bitcoin miners? What are they making Bitcoin out of?
I don't know, but they use these servers and these computers, like huge ones, and they just go after these Bitcoins. If they can get just a little bit, they attack it.
Well, you know what a Bitcoin should be? You know the pirate pack? You know the little gold fucking coin you get?
I get that.
That should be a Bitcoin. Like every time you buy a pirate pack, you get you get one Bitcoin. Can I have some extra triple O?
Everybody should just be paid in chocolate. Here's a bunny.
Here's a bunny.
Yes.
Well, Easter's coming up, so anyways. But see, folks, we went from the state of the world to just enjoying ourselves, because I think that's the whole point of this conversation.
Just eat chocolate and drink Mark bars.
Drink Mark bars and eat chocolate and have a good time.
Good time gummies.
And Ryan's good time gummies. Let's give Brother Ryan some love. Oh, yeah. Let's give him some love over there, folks. Come on, Ryan. Come on, Brother Ryan.
I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. I like that, too. I just wish my cell phone wasn't fucking getting all glitchy today. It was.
That's okay. We couldn't get the extra caller in.
Yeah, so folks, we had a surprise guest that was supposed to call in, and we had some technical difficulties. But if Jimmy T is listening out there, you little, you know what? There, I'll see you at work.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean slave camp.
Oh, did I say that?
Slave camp.
Yeah,
It feels like that sometimes.
Schleppdoon.
With the barbed wire and everything.
Schleppdoon.
It's a bad cartoon.
Is it? Yeah, it is a bad cartoon. I don't, I kind of turn it off every time. I don't care. I got third break.
I feel like the guys upstairs are like the bad guy in Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Where they just pet the cat.
Yeah.
You never see their faces.
You got a wild imagination. I wish your memory works. Mine doesn't though. It's like
Inspector Gadget.
I got brain damage, Ryan.
I'm a little younger than you, so you probably didn't really get into it.
Oh, I might have. I just
Go Gadget arms.
I think I watched that. I mean, I just can't remember. It's for the brain damage from all those acid trips. Cheers, actually.
You had a pretty good.
There you go, folks. We're enjoying some nice beverages right now. Enjoying life, I tell you.
We got faces for radio.
But so folks, I mean, this is coming to a close of this initial podcast of ours. It's just we hope there's many more to come.
Hopefully they don't drop the big one on us.
Yeah, hopefully there's not but hold on. If you see a mushroom cloud, make sure you run towards it and be vaporized and do an action pose against the concrete wall, with your middle finger sticking out. Yeah. Fuck you, motherfuckers!
Pop a Viagra.
Yeah, pop a Viagra, you know what I mean? You know what? Grab a beautiful woman and kiss her. You know what I tell you?
In the glow.
Yeah, it's like, I have a pickup line, and I might as well share this with you. See, I seen this beautiful woman. I just had to go talk to her. I go,
Excuse me, miss, you're gorgeous. I go, can you lance my boil on my ass?
she said, sure. I go, you know what? You're a keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody that's love, It's not all roses.
That's all about that's what it is, brother. Right? It's all about the love and
ingrown hairs and lance and boils.
How about my skin tags? If you can find a keeper, I got them everywhere now. I'm kind of old, so
it's got an ID tag. It scans itself.
But anyways, folks, we're getting off track here today. But we're gonna give you some more Brother Ryan's music here. Bring out this podcast, but. What's going on here is, like I said, this is episode number 1, and you guys be safe out there. You just remember, our blues is your news.
I don't know what I don't know. The sleeper cells in Toronto, anyone smelling clean, gasoline, anyone living life on the midnight ride.
Am I on air?
Hold on a sec there, Brother Ryan.
You're live on air today, folks. You're live on air. Give Brother Ryan some love. Welcome to the Mark and Ryan podcast, redacted 1.5. Belated happy April Fools, everybody. How you doing, Brother Ryan?
Good. How are you?
Not bad here. Just gonna, play a little tune for you there. I can't do that. It's too bad. I'm just fucking around. The brains are eating my brains. The cable's not in the way the Bluetooth is working.
I thought you might have been driving around there.
Well, that's next there on the Mark and Ryan podcast. You know what? Cruising with Uncle Marco at the stop signs,
Yep.
So we've
Cruising for cougars with Uncle Marco.
I need some cougars there, back by the old Waldorf. Oh shit! I should have said that. But anyways, we're rolling here. We're recording, but we're back. It's been a little bit of a holiday here for a couple weeks. We took a hiatus, and spring break is over. The rock and roll show's over. I've recovered from my 3-day bender. I'm doing okay.
That's good. You're still alive.
Well, yeah. I mean, at least my heart's ticking. I had a dream last night. It was really weird. I just It's like some surgeon was sewing me like a hair got stuck in my heart or something. I mean, I wonder what that means. That means a block. That means a blocked fucking artery. I have the weirdest dreams, but
Could be a stint.
yeah, we want to talk about tyrants, dictators, shot callers, right, and puppet masters, and that's what's going on in Canada right now. And there's a lot of chaos going on in the world. So, I mean, I don't know if you've been paying attention or following what's going on, but what's your take on what's happening right now, Brother Ryan?
I've got my eyes on the music industry and Universal Music, P. Diddy, and that Lavoy guy.
Who's the well? P. Diddy, I heard. I mean, this is something I didn't even catch on to. So that's the big news in the States, and they're not worried about the mushroom clouds blowing up, and we're going to be X-rays against the concrete wall. Yeah, the Illuminati's like old PV said there. So
Yeah, I think P. Did's going to jail.
Well, you think? They're going to whack him like Epstein there. I mean,
Well, they'll have to whack the guy from Universal Music Group, too, because the top dog is in cahoots with him.
well, where's Tattoo in all this? Remember I told you about my, Jeffrey Epstein's Fantasy Island with Tattoo? Hey, boss, the
Dude,
plane.
Tattoo died on
Come
Kobe's helicopter.
No, did he? Did he die?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
He died on Kobe's helicopter.
Oh, I'm really sad about that because I really want to see an episode, of old Fantasy Island, And then he comes out, hey, Jeffrey, the plane, boss, the plane.
I got to Google that.
Yeah, and then you know what he says? He goes, shut up, Tattoo. Just make the hookers and the cocaine get off the plane. I don't care. Anyways, but that's my fantasy.
Keep him on the plane.
We'll move on from that. So, I mean, yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that. That's obviously big news, right? I mean, I wonder if, I really got an infatuation with Hillary Clinton. I'd really like to bang her, It's like, she's just hot, Like,
She's the alpha female, bro.
she's horrible. She's evil.
You can climb that mountain, you can get on anything.
Well, Bill, the husband Bill and Obama have, playing that eight-legged funky spider. It's like, the old game of Twister and you're nude.
Oh, fuck. Bill looks like the Crypt Keeper.
It's pretty crazy, right? But, getting back to that protest yesterday about the carbon tax, and I mean, it's just, they're not letting go of power here. Trudeau, he wants to hang around and Freeland a little. She's tweaking. She's on some really good drugs, or should I say,
Right.
I don't think they're even good. I think she's got the shitty stuff. So they got their pay raise yesterday. Now she can buy the good fucking cocaine. So she shouldn't be tweaking anymore, right?
Dude, that cost us $100 million.
Hey,
and counting.
Well, like I said, that song that you keep saying there, it's on here. I'm just trying to find something.
We don't care.
Yeah, I got it here somewhere. I'm just trying to get it rolling here. Unable to play.
We don't really care.
Oh, you know what? There, you can't. Sorry, so you can't play it during the call. So I do have the Bluetooth working now. It's but you just still have to hardwire it into the through the headphones. It's just for the phone. But I mean, that cable's still eating my brains. My brains. Let's give Brother Mark and Ryan some love. Oh, let's play with some buttons here. Oh, yeah.
What did I win?
You know what you won? A Lego. Are you gonna have
A single Lego.
Are you gonna have a Lego? Hey, you know what? Even if
I ate them all.
Hey, if you gave me 1/16 of a piece of that Lego, what? I'd still be fucking just wrecked. It's like,
you'd be seeing ghosts, eh?
You know what? I got a sensitive psyche, and people don't understand that. That's known me for many years. I've partied, I've tried lots of drugs, and I've drank, and you know what? These, I just got a sensitive psyche. I just, those acid trips back in the day really fucked me up. I thought I was in Vietnam, hiding under a stoop. Thought I had a machine gun. I took out some guy's fence. It wasn't good. So,
that's not good.
Uncle Marcos, you know what? He's got to work the dough. You got to work the dough. Like Rock said, hey, Mick, he's a bum.
Yep, just stick to the dough, bro.
You know what? Don't worry. I did good against Spider Rico. Adrian's going to buy me a pirate pack. Don't worry, Mick. I tell you.
Pirate pack.
Well, that little, like I said, we got our little folks, for people out there that don't know us, and
You never will. By the way, we got a little mascot. He's like a little Rocky in a box, and I just got to pet him because, without Rocky, the little Rock, I can't do anything in my Markvar beers. They're just so damn delicious.
Come on, Little Rock.
Come on, Little Rock. I wish he had like a battery in him where he'd say stuff, like, you gotta work the dough. Yeah, you gotta work the dough. You want to make some good pizza, you gotta work the dough, Mick. Come on.
What kind of meat you putting on that?
I don't know. Not today. I'm not. I already got a burn on my hand. It's like that's from the last time I was hammered and I made a pizza. But yeah, so folks, I mean, we're just rambling on here. We're having some fun. That's what this podcast is all about. It's if you don't like our sense of humor or our content, you can always change the channel, or you little rotten humans can go play out in traffic. We really don't care. We really don't care.
So who's the other shot callers in Canada?
Well, you know what? That's the other thing. That's where I wanted to go with that. So Pierre Poilievre, you know what? I mean, he's saying all the right things. Yeah, you know what? I like him, and he's slick, and he's a career politician. But yeah, he's got a shot caller. Everybody's got a shot caller. Where we work, we got shot
Harper.
Well, I'm sure Harper's. Yeah. I'd say Harper's one of them. But you know what? I mean. Okay, it's better the devil, So like you go back in the day when Harper was in power, people hated him, and you know what? But guess what? The country was in great shape financially because
it was.
It was, and I mean, look, you can go back to Brian Mulgooney's days, right? I mean, my condolences to his family because it doesn't matter if you don't like somebody, which I didn't, but I mean, he was loved by somebody. But yeah, I mean, that was the days of
a state funeral.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he was. Yeah, well, he danced with Ronald Reagan and Nancy, man. Remember, he did the twist. He did Twister, right? Let's twist again.
All I remember is that asshole put tax on my toys, and the price was no longer the same as the ticket.
Well, you mean even on the Little Rock? Hey,
Little Rock. Hey, my G.I. Joes ain't the same price anymore.
G.I. Joe, I got a story I'll tell you about somebody we used to work with off air, but I can't talk to you. It's actually pretty funny. He was nuts. But anyways, the shot caller thing, I mean, yeah, but I mean, just dictators. You look at what's going on in Europe right now. I mean, they're escalating this war in Ukraine and the Balkans. And I mean, this is like a spy novel with, the attacks in Moscow, and then you had that ship that apparently lost power that crashed on that bridge. I mean, that was interesting. 2 days later, my spidey senses went up about that one.
So, where was that ship even? What was its country of origin?
Oh, I forget the name of it. But the thing is, I mean, with the way that the world's linked with the web and everything's with the technology, I mean, foreign countries can hack into your power grid. They can take out your dams. I mean, listen.
You see the lights go on and off, and then this huge plume of smoke like they stepped on the gas.
Yeah, I mean, would it surprise me? You know what? No. But I mean, right now, like I said, right now, I mean, everybody's just so concerned about. I mean, the thing is, they want to distract people. So all these governments, just like our own, or they distract about this carbon tax, and they got people fucking protesting, and it's the gas prices are going up. But at the same time, they're getting you to have your blinders on and focus on work. But they don't want you to see what's going on around the world and what's escalating. And as far as I'm concerned, from my opinion, like opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
Mm-hmm.
So I see things escalating, and it's not going in a good direction. So unfortunately, something bad will have to happen for something good to come. And how about this? I'm not going to steal all the oxygen on this program, but I probably will all the time. It's okay,
It's okay.
So we have this full solar total eclipse on April 8th, 2024, and there's been lots of prophecies about this eclipse. It's the Great American Eclipse in a series of eclipses that comes through Texas, from Mexico, up through the east, through Canada, and it's kind of chilling. So there's always a harbinger, and there's some asteroid or comet that's coming through. That's literally the nickname, the Devil's Comet. So this ain't sounding good here, kid.
Should I go buy a crossbow or what?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna give you. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you just do that, big guy. Let's
Get some canned goods.
Let's have some fun with the buttons. Oh, yeah, baby.
Canned goods.
Well, you know what? Listen, honestly, people, these preppers, just I'm sorry. God bless them, but they make me laugh. Like, they don't understand if anything happens and they're poisoned. You know what? It's like your neighbor. Your neighbor's a nice guy, but then they're nice people, and then all of a sudden you have an apocalypse, and guess what? They're cutting your throat for your bottle of water, and then Little Rock is all left alone. And he's not very happy.
He's not happy at all.
He's not a happy camper over there, right? So touching back on our
What on your?
our first episode. This is so that basically right now this is our redacted 1.50 redacted version of our first episode, and we were talked about unionism and all this other bullshit because the concept is basically social. It's like socialism and communism as far as I'm concerned, but there is a place for all these things. We talked about a whole bunch of other things on the 1.0 version. Now the 1.5 version is, and our holidays are over, by the way, and we got to get back to work here, kid, because there's some serious stuff happening in the world.
Yeah.
But yeah. So is there anything that? So today is Tuesday, and what's got your goat Tuesday today? Let's come on. Let's hear what you got to say there, Rye. What's got your goat today? Tell Uncle Marco what's got your goat.
Got my goat. Oh, we already touched on it. It's just stupid gas prices. Prices everything.
Well, what's got my goat is I'm trying to scratch my ass and it just won't go away. It hurts. Hey, like come on. And then
you got a boil or what?
Well, that was like last week when I popped it. It's still the remnants of the old boil, right?
It's getting itchy.
It's getting itchy. But no, what's got my goat? I don't know. I can't win on Keno. I'm pissed off. That's why.
Why are you still playing then?
Yeah, because I'm addicted. I'm a meathead. I got a compulsion. That's why I need Dr. Ryan to put me on the couch and fix Marco's brain. It's kind of hard to do.
Every time you want to play Keno, just put the money in your pocket, and then when you see me, just give it to me.
Yeah, I can't do that because it's like, then I got no money for cocaine and hookers. And then the Little Rock, he's going to be lonely,
Yeah, but see, the thing is, I could give you the money back for cocaine and hookers.
Well, then, I might as well just go get myself a woman for fuck's sakes. And then she
yeah, you should.
Well, then she can bitch at me. What are you doing?
You're playing too much BLT.
What do you want? Like the dicer. The dicer was right, eh? Yeah.
Maybe you could find one that's addicted to Keno too, and it wouldn't matter.
Well, I've already dated some crazy bitches in my time, so you know what? That didn't work out well either. So you know what? I think I'll just keep marching forward, and I'll hit that lottery.
You couldn't fix them?
I tried to. So I made some mistakes with that in my life too, trying to fix people, and that doesn't work.
All these guys on the internet, that's my favorite, when they see these crazy broads online and they're like, I can fix her.
Oh, you can't. It's just like, no, but it doesn't matter if they're guys or women, because I made my mistakes.
But guys are just as crazy.
Well, no, because you try to change somebody. Like, even my old, couple, my old project and I played music with, that was my big mistake. And I realized that 30 years after that you can't change. You can't change somebody, even if how badly you want to. It doesn't matter.
No.
You can't mold somebody. You can't change them. Just like people can't change me. This is whatever's in my blood is in my blood, and I'm sorry. This is how life is. This is,
people's tastes change and they evolve a bit, but they relatively stay the same.
If you're lucky enough to live that long. So
right.
Well, people. Listen, we're...
Hey, my wife and I aren't the same people we were in our 20s.
No. You never will be, and you'll be old. Like I said, you hope you make your... see, here's the progression. Well, when you're in your 20s, this is how my progression went. I was in my 20s. I hung around with some wild and crazy cats, and there was some crazy shit going on. So I was going, I'm not going to live to see, 30. And then you hit 30. And then you go, probably, I might not make 40. Then you get to 40, then you go, hey, I hope I live to 50. And then I'm over 50. And once you get to 50 now, you're kind of praying to get to 60. So when I get to 60, I wonder, hey, what am I going to say then? You know, just pull me out in the
No,
back.
my dad's 65 this year, and he says it all the time. He's like, I don't know how many days I got left.
Well, I mean, you know what, he could have told you, hey, you know, their fellow, you know, when I go to the green pastures, you just bring me back to Gordon's gym and you cash me in for a refund, eh? He wants his deposit back. So do
Yeah.
I. Well, you know, let's give the kids some love over here. I mean, come on, gotta give them some love. I mean, this is just you just hold these buttons down all day long. That's awesome. I mean, I gotta stop doing that. But anyway. But you know, right? It's this
More button.
more buttons, more sound pods and pads, and you know, we're gonna have to program some of these bloody things. But yeah, so I guess we'll close off this little segment, and it was good talking to you. We're going to see you in a couple days, and then we're going to do a face-to-face. And I don't know, there might be a mark for it, there might not be. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Don't care. Bullshit aside.
You want to hear something stupid?
What?
Every man has a fucking scar from their asshole to the tip of their penis. Because at one time, as they're forming in the fetus, that's an opening for vagine or whatever.
I'm trying to digest what I just heard there, but so you're talking about that's just,
Every man has a scar from their butthole to the tip of their penis.
How about women?
How about women?
Well, if you're, I don't know. I'm just firing a question.
Well,
back at you.
obviously, there's a gap between the butthole and the vagina, so that closes, right?
Are we getting into Dutch oven territory, folks?
Double Dutch oven.
Dutch oven, try one. They're fabulous.
I'm married to the Dutch oven champ, so I don't even try.
Oh no, well,
You don't even want to get started.
But hold on, is she putting the sheet over your head and you know trying to finish you off with the Dutch oven?
Thankfully, she doesn't have to.
Well,
Just Dutch room.
well, mine are nuclear after whiskey shits after a night of partying.
Wow.
And that's when that's when you leave Marco. Marco leaves a part of his colon, fucking in the bathroom, and you come home from work and that hasn't left yet.
That's DNA evidence.
Toxic wall. Well, we're getting off track here, but I mean, that's a fact.
That's a useless fact.
What else is a useless fact?
There's lots of useless facts.
Okay, you know what? I got one for you.
Yeah.
Does a one-legged duck swim circles? That's a pretty useless fact.
Does it?
I think it does. Is a frog's ass watertight?
Must be.
Is pink champagne on a 7-Up budget?
It could be.
What do you know, fellow? There you go.
See, you put me on the spot. I could only remember the one I've been holding on to for weeks.
Well, I'm using all these old people that along my journey in life, I've run into some really interesting characters. And a lot of people have shaped my perception of, these things obviously along the way must have been good because they're stuck with me, even though these people were interesting characters. That's the least I could say right there. So.
Well, look where we work. It's full of interesting characters.
Yeah, but just not down there, but outside, like when you go through
everywhere.
journeys, when you meet one person and then you meet their family and then you meet somebody else and they go, shit, that guy's fucking really, I've heard about this person. It's true. He's crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
I try to keep my crazy private.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's, yeah.
Fucking solar eclipse, super moon. Let's get crazy.
Oh, we got to give Ryan some love, Dr. Ryan.
Oh,
Dr. Ryan, the love pumps.
it's not always shits and giggles.
Yeah, I see what you mean about Marco having a hot mic. You know, it's just like, I don't know why. It's just like, must be
likes it.
spoiled
He
rotten.
just
It's like
likes
when
it.
we did those tracks to record there. It's finally, I'll give you credit. You finally got my mic and my headphones dialed in there. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoy it. I enjoy recording people.
I put some passion in. The tracks got better, so we didn't waste too much money in the studio there. It cost us like a half beer
Yeah.
and one cigarette. You know, it's pretty good. How about some gummy? You know, here you
Some good times.
yeah, good. Ryan's good time gummies. Try them.
Yeah. I wish I could have Ryan's good time dummies, but, they'd be illegal.
Well, you know, you can always sell them.
You
right?
can't outsell the government, bro.
Well, how about no? Well, guess what? They don't make a 5,000 milligram Lego.
Because they've restricted it.
Well, how about 5,000 milligram? Well, how about what would that do? 5,000, you know?
It'd put you in the hospital.
Really?
Oh my God, I'm having a heart attack. They had this guy in the hospital on YouTube or whatever. He ate like 8 pizzas, and he was so high, and he just wanted. He just get the pizzas out. You got to get the pizzas out. And the paramedics like, don't worry, bro. In the morning, the pizza will be gone. Tomorrow, you'll be sick of pizza.
Well, I told you that story about the wine, right? The ambulance that showed up. Did I tell you that story?
No.
Oh, it was hammered. It was a long time. It was, I don't know, 2008. My mom and she was on holidays somewhere or something. And I was taking care of her anyways. Blah blah. And I guess I got bombed and I drank, and I was feeling sorry for myself, and I drank like about a quarter gallon of wine, and
like in a box.
No, the big,
the big bottles,
the big jugs, like the the Italian version. Anyways, I guess I was so fucked up, and I called 911, and they showed up, and the guy looked at me, and he goes, "Have a banana," and he walked out the door. That's it. Nothing's wrong with me.
I'm dying.
He goes, "Have a banana." That's it. He fantastic when he leaves. He just shook his head and went, "Wow, yeah, I've done some interesting things in my life, isn't it?" It's funny though. I can look back at it now that I've gotten older and I'm getting a little bit wiser. And I'm not such a retard. I said it. It's special.
Yeah, you're special.
Give the retard a hand.
Way to waste his time.
Special people.
It was probably his best call of the night.
He did. It's like, yeah, we ran into the paramedics a little too much when my mom took into the hospital like over a year. But long story short is, I'm past that. Mom, God rest her soul, she's dead and gone, but she's a good woman. But we ran into I've run into people that have taken care of her, that like almost on a first name basis. The ambulance attendant, I'm like everybody knows me. It's like I don't like the hospital that much.
Right.
They were gonna kick me out one time. My older sisters had to calm me down when they weren't taking care of my mom properly, and I said to the nurses, I go, I got better service at Tim Hortons. And they called security on me, so I had to leave.
Oh man.
It was true though.
Yeah, sometimes they just, here's some morphine, just die already.
Well, yeah, that's why we were there. And we started sleeping around the clock to make sure that didn't happen. Well, we'll talk about the medical system another time in the next episode. And I got to actually put a shout out to my older sister that's battling cancer right now. And our hope and prayers are with you. And I love you. So you'll be okay, don't worry. Like I told you, in this life and the next one. And to my daughter, say hi, and I hope you're having a good day. Seeing your birthday. Ain't got nothing.
Is that belated news?
Well, I guess that could be belated news, right? So, yeah, but I mean, touching on, folks, we've been working. Our first concept on this podcast was about 8 months ago, and it was just talking, and then it's finally turned into something. We're getting this is our closing segment for our first episode, episode 1.5, 1.5 redacted, 1.75.
8889.
Yeah, don't be them heat out there, the Illuminats. They're coming to get you. The Illuminats, that's fucked. Anyways, we won't talk about that. That's just fucked up. Sorry, we're just laughing at our own selves here. You know what? We're just trying to spread some joy around the world here. Everybody's so bloody hard set on making money, and if you figure you got a fellow that's true, you fuck him before he fucks you. That's basically all the word's turning into, and that's not good.
Every man for themselves.
Every man for themselves, like I said, and you'll find out who humanity is when we have a catastrophe or a war or something. You hope your neighbor's not going to cut your fucking Achilles tendon for that one bottle of water you got in the fridge. If I do that, he can't run for it. I'll get it first.
Smack him with my guitar.
Yeah, give him the El Kabong.
Give him a honky tonk man.
How about El Kabong? Remember him?
El Kabong?
Oh, you're younger than me. These are all old stuff. That's El Kabong. It's like the cartoons where somebody bongs him over the head with a guitar. El Kabong.
El Kabong. I get it.
Like Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember Speedy.
You remember Speedy? He was pretty good, Speedy.
I was a huge wrestling fan in the 80s when I was a kid.
Yeah?
Yeah. Honky Tonk Man was like the guy.
Yeah, I remember going to
Junkyard Dog.
To BCTV Studios when I was 12 years old when All-Star Wrestling was around. And I got to go see that live. That was pretty cool. I think I met Billy Star Super Graham. I think he's dead now. I forget who else. Dutch Savage and all those guys were there. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Those were big,
They
man.
were big, man.
They were big, man. When you see those guys, like, You don't want to fuck with them.
Those slaps in the chest, like a normal man like me,
Yeah.
I'd be broken.
Buddy, guys,
I'd never get up.
Look, these guys go to a bar. I've heard stories and stuff. Like, they're hanging out, they're partying
And
after
these
a
tough
show.
guys, yeah.
And these guys come in, like, are you going? I'm going, yeah, I wish I was there. I could see it go, yeah, this isn't gonna
gonna good.
It's not gonna end a good way. But the Randy, but you man, yeah.
He was so good.
He was crazy, man. You think he was on steroids? Oh, just a tiny bit, eh?
Dude, what about Ultimate Warrior?
Oh yeah. Oh, he's big, but he wasn't really defined. He was a big.
What do you mean? He had muscles on muscles.
Oh, he had muscles on muscles, but he wasn't. Yeah, he was. Yeah, you're right. Maybe.
And then he put those fucking things around his arms, and he was all
Sorry,
jacked, and he had
about...
the paint, and he was just.
Oh, I thought I was thinking like the Jim the Anvil Neidhart and all that.
Oh, Neidhart. No, they were naturals.
Hart
Foundation.
the Hart Foundation.
He's the only one left.
Hey, you know those tapes? Did you ever get a chance? Everybody out there, and you as well, Ryan. There's these tapes of the old man training people in their house in Calgary, and they call it the dungeon. And people, and you hear the tapes, they're crying.
Oh yeah,
it's insane.
It wasn't a pleasure dome.
No, it wasn't a pleasure dome. People were getting torn. Like, okay, that's like
there's a whole bunch of guys.
Somebody
came through
abducting
there.
bodies. Like, where's the bodies? Eh? They got them in the drums or what?
I saw Bret Hart talk about Vince McMahon buying the wrestling rights for that area off his dad for like
cheap. Yeah.
Be cool to get Bret Hart on the podcast.
Yeah, well, he's just over in the next province.
Yeah.
And you know what? You never know where this is going to go. But folks, like I said,
we're tied to the dock.
We're not in this to make money, and it's this is costing us money and time. But we enjoy doing this and being creative, and that's where I have fun. I haven't done this in a long time, so I'm gonna try to have a blast with this.
So you do care?
just don't tell anybody.
Don't hurt my feeling.
I got one feeler left. Right, Jimmy T? How about your little feeler? Why don't you go ride your little bike around the block, you tree hugger? Go eat a granola bar, Jimmy.
We're going to have Jimmy on pretty soon.
He's going to get it, Jim Bob.
Jim, he's got to show us where all the best trails are.
He's a little Mick. Hold on. Where's the beep sound pad?
Oh, we don't have it yet.
Oh, that's quite unfortunate. So let's give Mark and Ryan some love here. Let's play with the buttons. Come on.
Bam.
So on wrapping this up,
yeah, it's been fun.
Our release date on this is going to be 4/20/2024. That's what we're shooting for, folks. So we hope you like what we're doing, and we hope we hear from you, a response from you one way or another. But
you guys can send messages to us on our Facebook page for now.
Yeah, there's no haters. There's enough haters in the world. Just
if you're going to be a hater, we're just not going to reply to you.
Well, if you want to treat me like a Greek god and bring me, grapes on the couch, I'll quit my job. Eh?
I want some of that fan action with the big leaves.
The Roman centurions. You know what a Roman centurion does when he fucks up?
No, what?
This is the saying: be a good Roman centurion. Go into the bathtub, get some warm water, slit your wrist, and bleed out.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's true.
I got a useless fact. Do you want to know why rail ties are the distance apart that they are?
No,
like
why?
The rails.
Why?
That's the size of a Roman cart.
Why can we dump on the fly?
Yeah. No.
Oh, that's not allowed, folks. You've never heard that from us.
It's not allowed.
It's not allowed. It says it right on the side. You know what?
Unless
not open hatches while cars are moving.
Yeah, I've seen it almost implode before. It like sucks itself up.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, there's lots of crazy stuff that we've seen.
That's a lot.
Yeah. It's not. It's actually
almost getting run over.
I've seen
getting run over.
Yeah, you know what? So some guy had a dream about me there. I'll tell you off air.
Yeah.
That I got run over by a locomotive and I was cut in half, and he said he couldn't sleep for a week. He had to tell me. And this is somebody I don't even fucking know.
That's not
And then all
cool.
of a sudden he tells me, and I go, you know what? So I looked up in the dream book, right? Like my sisters had dreams about me. Every time somebody's dreaming about me, that means they're saving your life.
Huh.
By telling you that. When you dream is that.
So now you're a little more careful.
No, it's just, of certain things. Well, last year when I collapsed my lung and broke my ribs, I guess stepping into, a shower, I never step in the same way anymore because I went, whoop, it was like a cartoon. And that was an interesting,
where the legs
watching
do the
my
dance.
head blow up like the Elephant Man. I'm I'm not an animal. I'm a human
Right?
being.
That's not funny. At my
It was at the time.
in high school, a girl I went to high school with, she just died falling down the stairs.
Well, you know what? It's funny. Well, it's not funny, but the coincidence is, so when I came back to work, guy told me the story. He goes, "What?" He goes, "A kid over at the other place where other people work. Somebody slipped in the shower, hit his head, got back up, finished, went to bed, and he died in bed. He had an aneurysm. Didn't even know.
Yeah.
So I got lucky that way. That my head
he
swelled
healed.
up like a balloon." And they're calling me. All the nurses and the staff are pinching my skin because they never see it. It's really rare, and it's called popcorn skin. And it feels like you got popcorn. That's the nitrogen coming out of your body, and that's why my eyes closed, because they got to seal your lung, and the nitrogen has to escape out of your body.
Oh, fuck.
So I'm not an animal. I'm a human being.
Oh, my God.
Saigon.
I think I'd rather have Spinal Tap.
Saigon. The horrors. It's a great movie, Apocalypse Now. Saigon.
I should rent it.
Kurtz.
Go to Blockbuster.
There's no more Blockbuster.
No, what?
Oh, there's one down the street, just like with the old, 4X porn shop there. Who goes in these shops when you drive by them? Like you see, like who goes in there? There's nobody ever in there. I don't know. Just I'm trying to bring up a factoid.
Maybe they're fronts.
How about factoids? Let's have some factoids. What's a factoid?
What's a factoid? Profits are unpaid wages and benefits to workers?
That's not bad. I'm going to one-up you there. This is a Charles Manson quote.
Oh, God.
The truth is ugly, so we kill our prophets. That's a factoid. That's what he said. I guess he thought, you know what? My point is, I think he thought he was a prophet, but I guess he
was something.
Is Charlie
right.
still alive in there? You see that one picture, that
He
poster?
is.
Is Charlie? No, I think Charlie's dead, isn't he?
I don't know.
I
have to Google that.
I think he's gone. I don't know. Well, Charlie, I'm sorry that the shadow people.
Fuck Charlie Manson.
I'm sorry that the shadow people had to come and take you away. It's like those little fellers ain't pleasant people, and we'll talk about that on a paranormal episode about those little black fellers. And we gotta cross myself when I talk about those little bastards. He's not like the Little Rock over here. The Little Rock's he's my goon, my protector. Eh?
He's not a buddy.
It's cute, the Little Rock. Come on, Rock, say something. You got to work the dough, Mick. You got to work the dough.
Oh, dude,
you got to work the dough to make a pizza. Come on.
I'm gonna find a rock storyboard.
You gotta find
It'll be like,
we need 2 rocks.
yo.
I gotta find one of those rocks. You know what else is cool? You know those old alarm clocks? We're getting off topic here, but we'll on it with almost this. But they have those nitro drag racing cars that fire it up. You can get them on eBay.
Really?
They're super cool, and they sound and they do a wheelie.
What?
And it's alarm clock.
Alarm
it's
clock?
a clock radio.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Don the Snake Perdome. No shit, you can get them like the Hot Wheels when they're, I gotta get one. They're like $250, $300.
Oh,
I think they're from the 70s, folks. So if anybody's hearing this, if you can send Olga Marco one of those, I'd be very, very grateful.
Snap.
Or those little those little green, those little green army men, so I could light them on fire and play outside. Make noises.
I used to twist my G.I. Joes because they had a rubber band in the middle, and then they'd helicopter with their legs when I threw them in the air.
What about the little parachute guy? Remember they had the parachute guys too, like the brigade there. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
And then they had the Evil Knievel bike, the wind-up one. That was awesome.
Yep.
I loved that one. That was awesome. It was a good era. You know what? Life was a lot simpler back then. You know that?
Yeah.
And I could just imagine being that age in the 50s, and it would have been even that more simpler.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You had wind-up toys that walked. Oh, look at that. That's technology.
The robot. Yeah.
The robot walks,
the
right?
robot.
So, anyways, folks, it's been a great adventure, and we're wrapping up episode number 1.75 Redacted. And we're going to give us some love, and all you people out there some love, and Ryan's going to play an instrument for you over there. For all acquaintance be forgot, and old anxiety. For all acquaintance be forgot, and all the old anxiety.